Welcome back guys. In this tutorial we are going to learn about how to set up a free open source IT asset management software. GLPI, it's a free open source asset management software we are going to set up in Centos 7 server. Let us see how to go through the step-by-step guide. Okay, now I have a fresh installed machine, Centos 7.3. Let me show how to install GLPI. Let me switch back to the terminal. Here already we have set up with the hostname by using hostnamectl set hostname glpi.linux geekvideos.com to print hostnamectl status, so that we will get the information of the hostname and what operating system running. It's CentOS 7. Now let us see how to go through the step by step. First of all, I am going to disable the SE Linux, not disable in permazy mode. I am going to set in the permazy mode. For that, set enforce 0. This will cause some issues, so what I am going to set in the permazy mode. After the installation, we can enable it back, and by second we need to add the firewall D rules for HTTP port and HTTPS. Firewall zone public zone is equal to public. It want to be permanent. Add the service is equal to HTTP and HTTPS. I want to allow these two ports, so what I have enabled the HTTP and HTTPS 80 and 443. Once done with that, reload the configuration. It's success. Alright, once done with that, we need to install the package install httpd. The GLPI is going to use a web interface, so that the web interface want to be set up using Apache. Install the httpd package. It will take little bit time, depends on the internet bandwidth speed. The key want to be accepted. We can avoid this questionnaire by providing -y option while we are doing the installation. It's now already installed. By following, we need to install the install mariadb, install mariadb-server. Okay, the package name is mariadb-server, and we need to install with PHP package, PHP and PHP's supporting packages, some of the packages, and we need to exclude the PHP, exclude php-mysql. Let me see whether it's going to install. The dependencies are resolving. Yes, it's asking to install. Some of the PAL packages are required by the mariadb, so it's pulling out all the required dependencies. PHP is using those dependencies. Let me provide with Y, so that it will download and install. The installation has been completed. for mariadb-server and PHP dependencies. Let me show how to configure the etc httpd http-conf httpd.conf. We need to edit this file in 151, the line number 151, the allowride. This want to be changed to all. Okay, all. Once we're done with that, we need to uh, restart the httpd service. Before that, we need to set the se boolean. Okay, se boolean to allow the http traffic, some of the traffic. Let me show how to do that. Get se bool hyphen a grep http underscore con. Sorry, this one to be can. To set the se boolean, set se bool, and we need to enable for network connect db and send mail. Okay, these are the things we need to enable. Set se bool on, set se bool network connect db on, set se bool on. Once it's done, we can do a grep and check. We can see it's the status has been changed to on for the 3 record traffics. Then we need to restart the service, httpd service. Yet now we have not started, so let me check the status first. Systemctl status httpd, it's dead and disabled. Systemctl start httpd. It will take little bit, few seconds, not more than few seconds. Let me check for the status now. httpd service has been active and running, but the service is not enabled. So let me enable the service. And let me check the status. Now we can see the service is enabled. The same thing we want to do for systemctl status mariadb. It's too disabled and it's not active, so I'm going to start the mariadb service and check for the enable. If it's not enabled, we need to enable the service. Let me check the status. The mariadb started, but it's not enabled. Let me enable it. Enable the status. Now it shows enabled. Now let me initialize the MySQL database. Okay, MySQL secure installation. So that currently I don't have any root password for the MySQL database or MariaDB or MySQL. Okay, so there is no password right now, so just I am pressing enter. It's asking whether you want to set any password. Yes, I want to set a password. Why? Yes, I am giving the password RedHat. Okay, you want to remove the anonymous users. Anonymous users will be removed. Disallow root logging remotely. Yes. To secure my server, I want to disable the root login from remote. And whether you want to remove the test databases, yes, remove it. Read out the privileged tables now, yes. So we have done with the initial setup for MySQL MariaDB database. It's initialized right now. Now if I am going to log into the MySQL using MySQL u root -p and the password is RedHat, I can able to see the console, MariaDB console. Let me, by following, let me create the databases. What are the Docker databases? Okay, for that, create database GLPI, okay, GLPI colon, and I want to create a user. Create. This can be avoided. If I'm going to avoid this, I can create the same thing while we are installing the GLPI. You can ignore if you are not comfortable with creating the user from the command line, MySQL command line. You can ignore this step and you can forward to the step which in the web interface installation. Okay, create user GLPI. Let me use the same. The username is GLPI. Want to be GLPI. Okay, in the single quote, there is no space, at localhost. I want to create the account in this server, localhost. I'm not keeping my database in any one of the remote server, just I'm creating in the local machine, so it want to be localhost. Okay, press enter. The user has been created. Then I want to give the permission for this user to access all the databases and all the tables it want to write, and it want to modify what are the privilege want to be applied. So for that, grant all privileges on the user GLPI database. In this database, GLPI identified by password GLPI at the rate 2017. This is the password which I am going to use. It's also fine, and by finally I am going to flush the right privileges. I have done with the database creation. Let me exit from there. Now I want to download the package. So we need to go back to the web interface. From this page we are going to download the required package. So let us see how to download it. Okay, at the left side we can see the download option is there. Just click on that. So we are getting the version here. The first one is this version has been released on 2017 123. I'm going to right click and copy the link. All right, and I'm going to download in the terminal using wget. Wget is not yet installed. Let me install the wget. Download the package. It started to download. Actually the package has been compiled and uploaded in GitHub. It's pulling out from the GitHub. It's downloaded. Now let me extract it using tor xpf. It's extracted. All right, the current directory is the extracted directory is GLPI. Now we have a web browser, web server. This server is acting as a web server too. So let me move all the files from GLPI. Under GLPI I have many files. I am going to move under var www.html. All right, and navigate to the location var www.html. All the files are moved from GLPI to the root directory of web browser. Okay, now we need to change the permission for two directories. Before setting up the starting the installation, we need to set the permission for two directories: chmod hyphen capital R plus write access to the files directory. Okay, The same thing want to be provided for config directory. All the files, including what are the files inside the config. Okay, and one more thing, we need to use chown -o Apache user and Apache group for files and same time config, so that we can avoid some of the errors during the installation. Once we're done with the installation, we can revert back to the any other, we can revert back the right access. Okay, now let us see how to go through the installation from the web interface. I have launched the web browser. Let me navigate to the IP address of my GLPI server 10 dot sorry 192.168.107.165. Once I access, I can able to get the graphical interface like this. Okay, now our firewall rules has been added, so what we are getting this web interface. If not, we can't able to get this interface. Okay, just please click the OK and choose I have read the accept the terms and install. Okay, if you are going to upgrade a existing installed GLPI, you can use the upgrade. This is a fresh installation, so we are going to use install. This checks, all the checks want to be in green color. If I have not applied with the httpd can network connect on and the right permissions for the files and config directory, I will get the error here, so I can't able to move forward. We can't able to move forward. Okay, but here IMAP extension is not present, because while we are doing the installation of PHP, we want to compile and install if we record this IMAP extension. So for testing purposes, I am not going to use it. If you are running in a production environment, please compile and install the PHP package. Okay, to avoid this notification. Alright, I am continuing by clicking continue. I have installed the local mariadb and mysql in the local host, so I want to use here local host. The SQL user is just I created a username in the GLPI, and the password is I used one is RedHat. Okay, click continue. The database can't answer to the database. My password has been wrong, so I want to check my password. Yes, my password is GLPI at the rate 2017. Okay, it's asking whether you want to create a database or use the existing one, create a new database, or we can use a existing one. Anyway, I have already created, so the database name is GLPI. I'm going to use the database already created one. Click continue. Database created, database was initialized, fine, continue. And this is the default usernames. Once they're done with the installation, we can get the usernames. GLPI is the username and the GLPI is the password for administrator account. If it's a technician account, tech. Okay, normal, the username is normal and the password is normal. It's compulsory to change those username and passwords once you log into the console. Alright, let me try with the GLPI user. Use GLPI. This is the login screen. GLPI and the password also GLPI. Click submit, so that access the installation. We have done with the installation. Now it's recommended to remove this file. Okay, so we need to switch back to the terminal and we need to remove the install. Under the install directory there will be install.php. We need to remove that file and we need to change the password for some of the users. By clicking it, here we can change the password for GLPI user. Okay, thus we can change all the record users password. Let me remove that file and let us check inside the install directory. There will be one file called install.php. We need to remove that file. Once done with removing it, come back to the browser and do a refresh. Now the message for that one will be disappeared and we are asked to change the password for all the users. Now we have done with all the user password reset. Here we can see all the available options and how to add the items. In this tutorial we are not going to cover it. Anyway, it depend how whatever you want to use. You can go through the all the menus. We can create a ticket, we can create for any changes or recurrent tickets, manage the license, budgets, suppliers, vendors, the suppliers, vendors, project reminders, knowledge base, any KB articles want to be saved, we can save that. We can take a report, we can add a group or user or rules, and moreover we can integrate with the LDAP also. If you want to add a LDAP user, we can do that. It's not an issue here. All the facilities are available here. Thus, the GLPI IT asset management open source setup, and it's very useful asset management software. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more video tutorials.